Welcome to the Moonflower Show. We have a very special episode for you today. I'm Winter.
Very special episode. I'm Colin. Welcome back, little moonflowers.
Buckle in.
Yeah, so we've got a very special episode today. And before we even get into today's topic, I would like to take a step back and sort of recount the origin of this show, like why we created this show. We created it it was a couple months into the pandemic, right?
Yeah, it was in May of 2020.
Yeah, that was when we recorded the first episode. And I think the original idea was that we wanted to capture that feeling of this. You might have seen this in our descriptions on YouTube or Spotify or something, but we wanted to capture that feeling of going on an adventure and just having a heart-to-heart with somebody about something, right?
Yeah.
And sitting under the stars and just really letting your thoughts fly without worry.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've done a great job of doing that on the podcast with a couple of these episodes. But sometimes those heart-to-heart conversations, they're not always about something so deep and existential, right?
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, if you have anything to add to this, you can butt in at any time. But where I'm going with this is sometimes those conversations about, for example, what your favorite French fries are out of all the different fast food places within reasonable distance of yourself.
Yeah. Sometimes
just pulling that off the top of my head, that idea.
Sometimes you have to really get into the important stuff with the homies.
Yeah.
And sometimes that important stuff is deciding the top-ranked French fry within what would it be, a 7, maybe a 10-mile radius? How far is Sonic? That was the furthest one.
No idea. I don't do distance.
I think Sonic was 7 miles away.
I don't do distance. Sorry, Toots.
You're so funny.
Yeah, so welcome to the official Moonflower Show. What did we call it? The
official Moonflower Show Global National French Fry Ranking System.
Or Tom's Gnif for short. Our Global National French Fry Ranking System.
Global
Gnifers.
National French Fry Ranking System. Gnifers. It's Tom's Gnifers.
Tom's Gnifers. Welcome to the Tom's Gnifers.
Your ultimate guide to fast food French fries.
Yes. Winter and I have spent the past
3 hours.
Approximately 3 hours driving around town, ordering one small fry from 9 different fast food places. Originally it was going to be 10.
Yes.
But in classic Taco Bell fashion, they have disappointed us, and their famed nacho fries were no longer on the menu.
I thought that they had the nacho fries. I could have sworn that they had the nacho fries. I checked their website, and they said the nacho fries were back. But I guess I must have been looking at an old announcement, which, Taco Bell, if you're listening, why you gotta do us like that?
It's probably because they're terrible.
I like Taco Bell. You know that scene in Parks and Recreation when Ben Wyatt gets up on a chair and says, "Oh, Captain, my Captain, Jerry is my friend." That's me, but with Taco Bell.
Yeah. But if you can't tell, that's a point of great tension between me and Winter.
I don't understand where the tension is, because Taco Bell is fine.
Okay. Well, this episode's not about Taco Bell because they're not even included in the frickin' Tom's Gniffer.
Unfortunately for the Tom's Gniffer, Taco Bell has been disqualified because one of the key elements that we will be ranking these French fries on is presentation, and we were not presented with any French fries. So it's a 0 in presentation for Taco Bell, which disqualifies
Correct.
them from this contest.
So the contestants are do you actually have the list?
Not right handy, but I can go get it right quick.
All right. Well, I think we can remember off the top of our heads. It was
A&W in order. This is the order that we went to. A&W.
Arby's.
Arby's. Should we announce them?
Arby's.
Coming up next, the underdog, A&W. WWE, but with fast food restaurants.
Oh my god.
Okay, so it was A&W, Arby's. We went to
Five Guys, no
Five
sense.
Guys. We went to KFC. We did Popeyes. We did Wendy's, McDonald's, and Burger King. And then we tried to go to Taco Bell, but they're disqualified. And then we went to Sonic. I'd never been to a Sonic before. I had a lot of fun.
So that's 9. A&W, Arby's, Five Guys, KFC, Popeyes, Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, and Sonic.
Yeah, I mentioned all of those just now.
Yeah. So I mean, some of them are borderline not fast food places. We understand that. We just kind of went to all of the readily available places to get French fries quickly places. And we're gonna be tasting them, offering our brief reviews, and Winter and I are both going to individually make a ranking of them from 1 to 9.
Yes.
And then at the end, we are going to compare.
Yes.
And I think we're going to average them out and create a collaborative list, which will be the Tom's list, the official Moonflower Show list.
Tom's Gnurfs, your ultimate French fry ranking guide.
Yep.
So without further ado, let us get started. I think we should start with A&W.
Yes, the first fries that I'm pulling out of the insulated bag that we were keeping them all in
Yes.
is A&W.
I got a burp. OG Moonflowers know how significant it is that I burp on the podcast. Wow, that looks bad.
Yeah, I mean, all right, they're going to be a little moist. There was a lot of condensation in that bag. They're all going to be a little moist.
Okay, just try one.
Okay.
I don't know. Were we supposed to do it at the same time? Sorry, I already ate
No,
one.
I was going to, say stuff before we went in. We dug in.
Oh, I ate one. Go ahead.
That's fine. I was just going to say that, I never really eaten at A&W. And I don't hear much about them. So my lists are my hope for my hopes for them in terms of their spot on the list are not high.
Yeah.
But who knows? They could end up surprising us, being the dark horse of the list.
Yes, and I will say that they had the drive-thru we went to was not just an A&W drive-thru, but a Long John Silver's. Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
And I am moving towards pescatarianism right now. So I'm really interested in places that have fish. And, that's not always what you want in a landlocked city.
Right.
But it's something that is interesting to me, that they have a lot of more fish than other fast food places. What do you think of the fries?
Kind of bland.
Yeah. I'm kind of getting hints of potato. It's like almost like a little smoky.
Yeah, I was gonna say smoky.
I kind of like the smokiness.
Yeah.
It's nothing special though,
Yeah.
And almost a little undersalted.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
But not even. It's like I feel like it could use more salt, but I feel like if you put more salt on it, it would be too salty. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it needs to be seasoned in some
Yeah.
other way. This is straight up potato.
Yeah, it literally just tastes like somebody boiled a potato. Maybe put a little oil.
Mm-hmm.
It was like mashed potato sticks.
Yeah.
I'm not upset that I'm putting it in my mouth.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a French fry.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna.
So,
I guess.
are we giving our?
No, I think we should make our ranking in secret.
Okay.
Although I think it has to kind of be relative. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. You mean relative to the other ones, right?
Yeah. So I'm actually not gonna do it on pen and paper. I'm gonna do it on my phone, so I can put spaces in between.
Oh yeah.
Other
okay.
ones. You know.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna write it down on pen and paper because I'm old school. I'm old fashioned.
If you're done with these, I'm gonna stick them back in the bag.
And we're doing out of 10, right? Yeah, I'm done with those for now.
Well, I wasn't gonna rate them out of 10. I was just gonna rate them relative to each
rank
other.
them. Okay.
Yeah, rank them.
Well, I need to take notes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bullet point 1, potato. Bullet point 2, smoky? Question mark. Bullet point 3, not unhappy. Bullet point 4, more seasoning.
Okay. That was A&W.
That was A&W. So next we should do Arby's with the curly fries.
Arby's. Oh yeah, and we had quite an adventure on our journey to get the all the fries.
Yeah, we did.
We saw some weird shit that I think we can cross
Yeah,
that bridge.
as we're getting to the weird shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm putting the Arby's fry in my mouth. It's cold.
You know what? Such is life.
A lot of paprika. Just a little spicy.
I do like the paprika.
It's a curly fry, you know?
Mm-hmm. They're eating the Arby's curly fries. Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. We have a nice... Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
The wonderful thing about curly fries is that sometimes they'll get stuck and tangled
Oh,
together.
they're literally entwined.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
us, babe.
This could be us. The wonderful thing about curly fries is that they sometimes get entangled on themselves, and they're just like a giant. They become a giant pile of fry.
Did they have napkins in there? I need a nap. Oh, wow. There's really one long fry in there.
Yeah. There's some napkins. They might be a little moist.
I would say that French fry may be a foot long.
Oh yeah, easily.
That's a sign of a good fry. That means it came from, well, I guess it doesn't mean that, but doesn't necessarily have to come from one potato. But...
And we were talking about this earlier. Curly fries are really the superior fry form.
Yeah.
Or one of them at least.
Yeah.
Curly fries are really good. They're just a great shape. What do you think of waffle fries?
Superior form for sure.
Yeah, waffle fries are pretty
It's like
good.
a flat curly fry.
Yeah.
The seasoning is very similar.
I do like the Arby's fries.
I like the Arby's fries too,
They got a little bit of a kick to them.
but not too much.
Yeah, and appropriately seasoned and salty, but still a lot of potatoey taste. But that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I'm just using as many words as I can to describe the differences between 9 different French fries.
Yeah.
I'm no Gordon Ramsay here.
I suppose you're right. I feel that was just a good curly fry.
Yeah.
That's my assessment.
Paprika.
Curly fry, foot long.
Kick.
The right kind of foot long.
Tasty. Potato-y. And then we put it right on the ranking for me.
I'm gonna pull up the next fry, which would be...
Chronologically, it'd be Five Guys.
Yeah. Ooh.
Now,
I feel it's unfair to not save this for last, though.
really?
Yeah. Well, I think we should still eat it, though, because I want to eat it.
Okay. I fucking love Five Guys.
Five Guys is the face. If this is WWE, Five Guys is the face. It's the one we all want to win.
We were. Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, look at that.
But were we recording when we were like, let's announce the French fries as wrestlers, as in the WWE? I don't think we were recording already when we said that. Or maybe we said that earlier in this episode, and I apologize.
I think I said that actually, yeah, because we were going through them. And,
I think we might have been.
I was like the underdog. A&W.
We took a brief pause before we started eating the fries.
Yeah.
But without further ado.
Wow, these are a lot worse cold,
True.
but still very good.
Yeah. Five Guys.
It's just good. It's just good. It's peanut oil, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
You can taste that it's peanut oil.
I would not be surprised if these were the best. These turned out to be the best on my list. Mm-hmm.
Perfectly salted.
Perfectly salted. They're like crispy yet like moist.
Yes. They're thick.
Thick cut. You can tell that they're very like high quality potatoes.
Uh-huh.
And like they have great. I love fries where you can like see the potato skin. Mm-hmm. And just like taste it.
Yeah.
Wonderful fry experience here.
And these are the plain fries, for those of you who may be wondering. I know they also have the Cajun fries at Five Guys. But these are just the plain ones.
Yeah. Also, you mentioned earlier that while we were there that they usually do this, but they give you these fries in like a plastic or like paper cup. It's a paper cup. And they like stick it in your paper bag. But they stick the cup of fries in your bag in your order. But then the guy just takes the scooper of fries and he dumps more fries just directly into the bag.
Yes.
And I'm like, bless you.
Yeah.
I know that's like probably like, you know, their policy and they're like told to do
Yes.
that. But it just makes me feel good. And it's like, hey, have some extra fries that you can just discover at the bottom of the bag. And it's like, oh.
Yeah. I read an article about this. And they do tell their employees to do that. And it's because it's a branding thing, it's a marketing thing, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Because they want you to have the experience of finding more. And not just finding a couple of fries at the bottom of the bag, but finding like, oh wow, like there's so many here. You know, it's a good feeling. And they want that to be part of their brand.
And Five Guys, I don't even know if you can call them a fast food place.
But how are we going to review the fries in the area for fast food and not get Five Guys fries, you know?
Five Guys, we love Five Guys so much that we actually got like other food from there when we went there.
Yeah, so I had kind of not eaten very much today because I was anticipating eating a lot of fries.
Yeah, but
And
we got to this a little later than expected.
Yeah, and I was so hungry, and they had the grilled cheese.
Oh my god, I had like a little burger.
We got a little milkshake. It was really good.
Love
wow,
Five
this
Guys.
is basically just an ad for Five Guys.
Hey,
But we're gonna give everybody a fair shot.
of course.
Okay, Five Guys. The superior fry. Just
You know
kidding.
what? Just definitely number one.
You know what?
but
Episode's
we'll see.
over. Episode's over. Just kidding. Everybody gets a fair shot. The skin is on the potato. I feel so fancy. I'm like taking my little notes.
Yeah, we're like food show judges.
Yeah,
You know?
except for like.
For like four viewers.
Yes.
And the contestants are multi-billion-dollar companies that don't give a shit about our opinions.
Yeah, I also think we're at a point where there's a couple people who are listening to us who we don't know.
Yeah.
So
hello.
shout out to you guys.
Hello, little moonflowers of which we are not aware.
Yes. It would be so nice if we were aware of you, but I see that we're getting some downloads, and I think it's more than makes sense if it's just the people that we know are listening.
And hey, shameless plug, if you do want to get in touch with us, one of the easiest ways to do that is join our Discord.
Yes, please join our Discord. You can tell us what you want to see. You can chat with us. You can look at our little Discord pictures.
Yes.
They're cute.
Our Discord is not currently popping, but I would like it to one day be popping.
If you too want to have a popping Moonflower Discord, join the Discord.
Be the change that you want to see in the world.
Exactly.
Okay, so that was the third bag of fries.
Yeah, so... this is my side gig. Okay, so we did Five Guys, so it's on to Popeyes. First of all, I have something to say about our Popeyes experience. The line was so long that it was into the street.
Yeah, so there's this little stretch of, I mean, not a little stretch of road. It's like a main road. It's literally called Main Street, where there is like a couple of fast food restaurants, just like all right next to each other, and that was like where a cluster of our destinations were. And for some reason, hold on before you speak. For some reason, Popeyes is always the most busy and always has this enormous line coming out of it. And it's like, who eats at Popeyes?
Wait. I think as Colin was saying this, I just put some of the fries in my mouth, first of all. I know I was just complaining about how long the line was. I was like, this better be fucking good. Like, thinking it's not going to be good. This was $1. And this is heavy. There's a lot in there.
Okay. And we did get
Taste them.
The small fry, or this was like there was only like two sizes, right? There was a regular fry.
Yep, this was the small fry. What an interesting flavor.
Hi.
I've never had the Popeyes fries before. I don't go to Popeyes thinking I want fries.
Can't even place my finger. It's like
It tastes like chicken.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like they have like they must use something from the chicken that they make in the fries. Or, I don't know, maybe even the same seasoning or something.
Maybe in like in the oil.
Yeah. Yo.
Okay. Okay, I see the hype.
And it was $1.
I recognize the hype. I don't even know if I want to factor cost into the rankings here. I'm just trying to look for the most like objectively delicious fry. But
it's not about just deliciousness, it's about presentation. If we can take points off for how long the line is,
oh yeah,
I think we can give points back for it being $1.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I personally wasn't gonna adjust my rankings for how long we had to wait. Or
I was.
That, but that is A-okay.
Yo, I like these.
Your list. You do what you want with it.
Popeyes is a surprisingly high rank for me right now.
Underdog contender.
Yeah,
Popeyes.
We really thought it was going to be A&W. A&W was kind of boring.
I didn't think it was going to be A&W.
I was really rooting for A&W. I like root beer. I don't know.
I always wondered, does it the root beer brand A&W, that has to come from the
It's not the other way around.
Place, right?
Yeah, I'm fairly certain.
Okay. Mm-hmm. It's just weird that it's a fast food place and also a brand of root beer. But maybe it's just like A&W brand root beer, like their signature thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know my fast food chain history. Popeyes, surprisingly good.
Yeah. Wow. I would have probably never gotten a fry from Popeyes.
Just because the line was so damn long, and Wendy's is right next to it.
Well, also, when I go to Popeyes, I'm not thinking I want fries. I'm thinking I want, like, chicken or something. You know?
I don't go to Popeyes, period.
I've been to Popeyes a couple times. But that's not something I would think to get there, you know?
Yeah.
Wow. Love that. I don't think those fries are vegetarian, though.
Possibly
depending
not.
on your definition of vegetarian.
Possibly not.
I think even as, like, a aspiring pescatarian, I think I would eat those because I don't have a problem with, like, reusing stuff that's already been, like, I don't know. I wanna minimize food waste. I would rather they cook my stuff in oil that's already there, you know?
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Now, do you think you like those better than the Arby's fries?
I think I do.
Okay.
Yeah, just because it was an experience. I feel the Arby's fry was a standard curly fry. The Popeyes fry was, like, different. It really wowed me, you know?
Okay. Noted. I'm going to take a sip of my cola.
I'm gonna take a sip of my water, which is empty. Mind if I have a little cola sip? Shout out to...
I wasn't even gonna name the brand.
Oh, well,
No
I
free
was gonna
marketing
shout
for
out
you.
Danny Casal.
Oh, yeah.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. I'm not drinking Coca-Cola.
Wait, important show notes. We will link this Danny Casal. He's a funny YouTuber.
Yeah, he makes
These very short little...
very relatable cartoons.
yeah. We'll
of
link
just
Danny
your most
Casal.
visceral, anxious feelings. But they're very funny little shorts. They're very cute art style.
I love one thing I just love about this show, and this is totally off topic, is how we've had episodes about like such serious topics, but we're also doing this now.
Yeah,
and
no.
we're like show notes, Coca-Cola video by Danny Casal, and like in the last video we were like we have to include the Benedict Cumberbatch name generator.
But that's like...
and it flows seamlessly. It's like
Yes.
we can do it all, you know.
That's kind of what I was getting at the beginning of this episode. Maybe not so eloquently, but...
I knew what
just
you meant.
like we can talk about whatever we want, and like it's all valuable because it matters to us, you know.
Yes, I'm looking for the Wendy's fries.
Wendy's.
Wiener ween and a wiener Wendy's.
Wendy's is right here. Yes.
Okay, great.
All right, Wendy's. I'm a big Wendy's fan. I'm gonna put it out there. Not of the company itself, but of the food.
The way that it is visually positioned right now.
Yeah, the fries are quite bendy.
They're bendy and they're like trying to escape from the little container. Oh, it's very limp.
Okay, I can already tell.
Oh no.
As a frequenter of Wendy's, I can tell that these are not their best quality fries, but I will judge them accordingly. I will judge them based on what they've given me tonight.
The fries only had one shot. Do not give them a chance to blow. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. We judge them based on what they have shown us tonight.
Kind of soggy.
Yeah, it's kind of bad.
I don't think they're super bad.
They have like a sheen to them. I mean, I'm continuing to put it in my mouth. You
I'm
know?
an oil fiend. Okay.
Okay.
I love oil. These are oily fries.
I don't know if I like that. But I also see we do have some skin visible on the potato.
They have like these like, I don't know, these like spots on them that are really salty, but it's like a sort of like a natural salt flavor. And I like that a lot. I can tell that they're like pretty good potatoes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like them,
Yeah.
but like I don't. But the definitely could be crispier for sure.
Yeah. I think it didn't help that we had them in a bag for
Yeah,
a couple hours.
I mean they're all a little soggy because the bag that we had them in sort of.
These are like extra like they were wilting when you pulled them out. That's why I was laughing.
Yep. Yeah, an unfortunate showing for Wendy's tonight.
Yeah.
But I am certainly not the worst one that I put in my mouth so far.
Yes. I think we all know what the worst one is so far.
Yeah. All right. Let me just give me a moment to take some notes.
I don't need to take any notes.
Oh yeah. Why don't you just keep talking then? I'll take some
I just
notes.
know that Wendy's is going to be a bar setter, not in terms of how good it is tonight, but in terms of it being slightly below average. I now know that I can use the Wendy's fry as a barometer for the rest of my rankings, which in a way is comforting.
Yeah. Wendy's. Comforting.
Wendy's, so below average that it brings you a little peace of mind.
Hey. I like Wendy's. All right.
Usually Wendy's is better, I'll give them that.
Next up is
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
The classic golden arches.
Now, we had some of my roommates, briefly before we left, like, as we were going out the door, we, like, told them what we were doing, and they all are, there was two of them there, they were like, obviously it's McDonald's. Like, why you guys are even doing this? I mean, they didn't say it like that, but they were just so sure in their minds that there's no fry out there that could contend with McDonald's. And when we said we were going to go like to Five Guys and stuff, they were like, all right. But in terms of like strictly fast food places, McDonald's is a lot of people's picks. So I've got high expectations going into these fries.
Yeah, I don't know that I had a what would you call it? Like a pet favorite or like a hopeful favorite going into this, because I really just see most fast food fries as kind of average.
Yeah.
Or at least before this I saw that. With
My-
Five Guys kind of rising above the rest.
My predicted top two before going into this were Five Guys, Wendy's.
Interesting. I'm trying the McDonald's fry.
Me as well.
Oh, it's unsalted. It is unsalted.
It's very interesting because I have this vision in my mind of McDonald's fries typically being even a little too salty.
Ladies, gentlemen, and beloved guests, we have an unsalted McDonald's fry this evening.
It's a little salted, like a very little.
I can't taste it. Then again, I've had some salty fries.
Okay. So I think the condensation kinda messed with the salt factor of some of these fries.
Yeah, I'm getting a little salt now. I think it like melted down.
No, because salt dissolves in water. So the condensation, I think, made a lot of these fries less salty than typical.
Well, let's get down in there then. See if we can.
But okay, so these fries have a good texture.
Yeah.
But I mean, you gotta account for them being a little soggier than usual.
Yeah.
They've got a good texture.
It's a little chewy.
A little chewy.
And not in a good way.
Yeah, that's kind of what I usually get
Yeah.
from McDonald's. Not super bad though. Like, in the way that I like mashed potatoes, I like these.
Yeah, like the A&W with the mashed potato though.
No, but sometimes the shitty mashed potatoes. These are like good mashed potatoes. Like, tasty.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to describe this. Oh, it's like I'm so bad at describing flavor in words that I don't even know why I agreed to doing an episode of this. But yeah. There's definitely like an oily taste to these two, similar to Wendy's.
Yeah. Yeah.
McDon. McDon. Unsalty. Okay.
I feel a little like a sports announcer.
Next up to bat, we have KFC, I believe.
Yes, KFC. And let's explain what happened tonight at the KFC.
Yeah, KFC had some whack energy going on.
We thought it was closed when we were driving by because there were no lights on. None.
There were lights inside the building, but the sign for KFC was off.
And the sign on the building itself was off. All the lights around the building were off.
Yeah.
The drive-through menu was dark.
Yeah, okay, so we pulled around. We saw that there were customers inside the building, but all the signs were off. We were like, okay, maybe we got here like at the tail end of their business hours and like they're just helping out the last customers. But we're like, let's go check out the drive-thru instead. We go to the drive-thru. Oh, the menu lights are off and everything's off, but there's somebody in the drive-thru just sitting there, and we weren't sure if they were like ordering anything. So we were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And so we sat there for a minute, and then the menu turned back on.
Yeah. And then the car in front of us pulled forward and like turned around the side of the building, and then we pulled up and they were like, hey, like, what can we get you? And I was like, am I in a ghost KFC right now?
Yeah, it was quite weird. And I looked up their business hours. They didn't close for another 2 hours after that, so...
Yeah. And a lot of the lights remained off outside. It was very dark, you know? Like, I can't say I felt 100% safe for 100% of the time that I was there.
It was quite dark back there. I don't know. Maybe they were having some electricity issues or
I'm
some
sure.
stuff.
I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation, but just going in.
Yeah. So we had a bit of whack energy outside of KFC tonight.
Some whack FC.
And on the topic of KFC, I don't have high hopes for these fries.
Yeah, kind of for the same reason as Popeyes, right?
Yeah, and we were talking about earlier, like, the chicken places, for some reason. I feel like they don't typically have as good fries, but I've actually never had... Is it good again?
It's good.
Wow. Okay.
They're plump. They're big, and they I think they're battered.
I think this is actually my first time ever having a KFC fry, because KFC has a bunch of other sides that you can get, such as mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, and stuff like that, which I always... I mean, I've not, like, frequented KFC, but sometimes I would go when I was younger with my family. I don't think I've ever had a KFC fry before, so I'm now putting it in my mouth. Once again, it has that chicken flavor.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's, like, I wonder if all the chicken places are in cahoots. You know?
Yeah.
Got, like, a secret technique. It is plump. It's nice and crispy on the outside.
It's battered. It doesn't have the same seasoning as the Popeyes
Yeah.
fries. It's a little more bland, but still a solid fry. And honestly, I'm putting this above Wendy's, McDonald's.
Wow. That's a hot take.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that. I really wasn't expecting that, but you know what they say, I guess it's true here too. Don't knock it till you try it. Because I've never had KFC or Popeyes fries.
Wow. I'm impressed with those.
Yeah. Wow, the real underdog.
Okay, taking another sip of cola before we
Yes.
proceed.
Wow. You know, we were a little worried that we weren't going to have enough content to make a full-length episode with this, but we are at, 37 minutes in?
Yeah.
And we are cranking.
I hope you guys are enjoying this.
Yeah, I hope you're having a nice, like, Tuesday night or whenever it is. I say Tuesday because we're uploading this on Tuesday, but I hope you're just enjoying yourself and having, like, a nice, relaxing time.
Yeah.
You know? That's what we're here for.
And perhaps one day you two would care to go out and spend 3 hours driving around purchasing various fries from various establishments and comparing your list to our lists
Yeah.
at the end of this.
Go out to every fast food restaurant within a 7-mile radius and let us know in the comments.
in the comments.
So what's next?
Next
Burger King?
is... Yeah, we only have 2 more.
Burger King and then Sonic, and I've never had Sonic either.
I've got a burp. This will be my first time.
Oh. I'm laughing because the audio. We can see the audio as we're recording this. It's just a wall.
Okay, that was a good one.
It was. You did an excellent job.
My belch debut on the Moonflower Show. I made a good first impression, I feel.
Amazing.
And excuse me.
Oh yeah, you excuse me.
Thank you. I'm getting full, by the way.
Same.
Sheesh, we have so many leftover fries.
We could freeze them. Okay.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Okay, we have the Burger King fry.
Burger King. Before we eat, we have had Burger King a couple times together.
Yeah.
And the main reason we have it is because it's cheap, and because they have a vegetarian burger option.
Yeah. They have the Impossible Burger, and I don't eat red meat.
Yes.
So it's nice if I want like a burger.
Well, I've never been very impressed with Burger King's fries. They're quite bland.
They're very mediocre, you know. I get that.
Yeah.
They're a little thicker than a Wendy's and McDonald's fry.
I do appreciate the thickness. Mm-hmm. Like, McDonald's fries are so minuscule.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
When I put something in my mouth, I want it to like occupy space.
Yeah, like McDonald's fries. Sometimes I eat fries like by the handful because I'm like a fiend.
Same. I do the same thing. I put more in my mouth.
Right, but with this fry, this Burger King fry, I feel like it's thick enough where I can just have one and enjoy it. With McDonald's fries, like I need like at least like 3 at a time.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's like, what is this? It like just dissolves in your mouth. And I feel like this is the same thing as a Wendy's McDonald's fry.
There's something about the taste of these that I'm not liking. This is going to be pretty low on my list, I think.
I feel like this is just about the same as McDonald's Wendy's.
McDonald's Wendy's definitely beats these for me.
What is it about it that you don't like?
It's just like weird, like almost like a little sweet taste.
I don't taste it. Interesting.
Yeah, not digging it. Quite bland as well. But it does get points for the thickness. I can get down with the thickness.
I think that my takes are going to be very spicy.
Yeah, I'm going to need a minute. We might need to pause the episode again to compile our official list.
Yeah.
But before that, we have one more
Sonic.
One more thing to try, and Sonic.
I had never been to Sonic. Never had anything at a Sonic.
I have been to Sonic before, a couple times. And Sonic is actually known for a couple reasons. If you don't know what Sonic is, it's a fast food place, but instead of a drive-through, there's a parking lot, and you park your car, and each parking spot has a menu and like a little speaker akin to a drive-through thing that you just order from the parking lot, and then somebody will bring your food out to you into that specific parking space. And the thing to do there is to like eat it in your car.
Yeah. And
then like just be on your way. Sometimes the servers are also on roller skates, so it's kind of like a very fun little experience. And also, Sonic is known for their tater tots as an alternative to fries, but they also do have fries, and we've opted for those so as to not deviate too much.
We felt with the Arby's curly fries that was a highlight of a strength of Arby's in that they have curly fries, but to go for the tater tots would be too far of a divergence away from fries.
Indeed.
Okay, these are looking a little soggy.
They look like Wendy's fries.
Oh.
At first glance.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Ooh. Sonic.
Oh, Sonic. Mm-mm. Oh, what is that?
Wow.
It's like not...
That might be the blandest French fry I've ever put in my mouth.
I have to have one more because I'm trying to figure out what the heck this taste is.
Wow.
It's almost like they're a little underdone.
They're like dry.
Yeah.
They're dry, they're bland.
It tastes like broccoli. I kid you not, I think it's because they're undercooked. So it has a little bit more of that, like, raw potato flavor.
Yeah, and they're almost like more white than yellow.
Sonic. I think that there's a lot of other good things about Sonic, and I would be excited to go back because I like the format.
Okay, and I've had their tater tots before. Their tater tots are not bad.
I feel like Sonic is not the place to go for fries.
No. You heard it here, guys. Sonic fries, F tier.
Wow.
Wow, that was a disappointing French fry from Sonic.
I didn't think it could get worse.
Then what?
Well, you're not going to like what my second to next worst one is, but I thought the A&W ones were also pretty bad.
A&W, I believe, is going to be my second worst. But I don't want to divulge too much. I want to kind of make our lists independent of each other.
Yes. So I guess we can pause now and then we'll come back. in just a minute
'Kay.
to reveal you our official Tom's Gnerfs, your ultimate French fry ranking system. And we are back, ladies, gentlemen, and beloved guests, to give you our official Moonflower Show French fry ratings. Colin, would you like to start?
Tom's list. Okay, so are we gonna do my whole list and then your whole list, or we're gonna go one by one, like this was the worst for me and you? I think we should do individual lists.
Yes, I think we should do individual lists first.
Okay, from worst to best, I'm gonna go.
Oh, what a spicy direction to go in.
Yeah. Number 9, Sonic.
Yeah.
Was, I mean, it was kind of gross.
Yeah.
It was the only one that I did not enjoy putting in my mouth.
It tasted like broccoli. That's all I have to say. Why did it taste like broccoli?
Number 8, Burger King. Super bland.
I understand why you put that at 8. Yeah.
Yeah. Super bland. Number 7, A&W. Also pretty bland. It was a little bit better salted and had a little bit better texture.
The smoky flavor in there, too. Yeah.
But still not super enjoyable. Coming at 6, KFC. It did impress me more than I thought it would. I thought it would be even lower. But I'd still think it was a little bland and unseasoned, even though it did have that sort of like chickeny hint to it.
Yeah.
5, McDonald's. I thought it was a very average fry. Once again, it was kind of small and puny.
Once again, I would like to reiterate my dissatisfaction with the size of this puny fry.
Yeah, I thought it was super average.
I don't know why that's so funny to me. Again, it was small and puny. Okay, finish your list.
4 was Popeyes. Also impressed me. And it did have a nice texture, nice plumpness, nice crispiness to it. And it also, once again, had that chickeny flavor. Although it was a little more chewy than I would have liked. From a fry that thick. And I don't know if I would consistently enjoy those kinds of fries. You know?
Yeah.
3 was Wendy's for me.
Yeah. You're a Wendy's fiend.
I am a Wendy's fiend, and this may be a bias. Probably is a little bit of bias. I do feel that they were extra soggy tonight, but that was probably because of the travel conditions. A la Winter's insulated bag.
Yeah, we brought that with us to keep everything warm. It did not keep anything warm. It just
wasn't-
made everything really soggy.
I actually think it would have been colder if we didn't put it in there, but would it have
You're
been...
probably right.
Would it have been worth it? Maybe.
I don't think so, because it was just a little warm.
Yeah.
And I think that was important.
I think we did the right thing.
Yeah.
So Wendy's was number 3 for me, because I do like their sort of oily, like very natural, like salty... Like, it feels like there's a lot of, like, rock salt in there. Mm-hmm. And I like that a lot. Number 2, Arby's. This was the dark horse for me.
Yeah.
Arby's with the paprika and, like, the little kick to it and just, like, the nice texture of the curly fries. Like, oh, man. I was impressed by Arby's tonight.
Yeah.
And number 1, of course, was Five Guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I think we knew that Five Guys was probably going to come out on top.
Yeah.
But I think there were a couple other ones that really surprised us.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go ahead and share my list.
Yes, Winter's list, everyone.
Okay. There is going to be a take in this that some of you are not going to like. But it's a sacrifice that I'm willing to make. Yes, that was a Shrek reference. You're welcome. We just watched it again recently. It was fun.
Oh my god, I love that movie.
It was surprisingly good. You know, people make memes out of Shrek, which, like, obviously,
I mean,
great.
It's super
wonderful.
memey.
But, like, it's also a good movie.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a good story.
I never had any doubt that Shrek was a great movie.
I think I doubted that Shrek was a good movie, but... Sorry, I'm getting off topic.
No.
Okay.
We can talk about whatever the hell we want.
You're
but
right,
I
you're
do
right.
really want to hear your French fry list.
I really want to share it, so I will go ahead. Coming in at number 9 is Sonic. I've said it twice already. I'll say it a third time. It tasted like broccoli. I'm not going to elaborate any further than that. It really... tasted like a raw potato.
Broccoli.
I swear,
That's
I was
not
like,
what you want to hear in a French fry review.
it's really not. It tasted. You know what it tasted like? It tasted like those were frozen French fries, and they were in the freezer with other frozen
Next to
vegetables.
broccoli.
Yeah,
Oh no.
and which doesn't make any sense because I don't think there's any broccoli on the menu at Sonic. So who is storing their broccoli?
It's like
in the
Jim's lunch.
I don't mean to turn this into like a rat just crapping on Sonic.
I've had Sonic before and enjoyed it.
I think you just don't want to get the French fries.
I've never had the French fries, and I probably never will again.
So 9 was Sonic. Number 8 for me was McDonald's.
Wow. No,
Yeah.
that's gonna turn some heads.
And I want to be clear that tonight I was not judging anything as some others may have been, using their own biases or their
Wow.
opinions of what may have been presented to them at another time. I was taking into account the sogginess, but I think they were all a little soggy.
Yeah.
My problem with the McDonald's fry is that it is a very basic fry. It's a classic fry, which is fine. However, tonight there was virtually no salt,
Yeah.
no seasoning, and to make it all worse, they had this chewiness to them.
Yeah.
And normally I like a chewy fry, but it was chewy in the way when you like microwave bread and it's like hard to chew enough to swallow.
Tough.
It was tough. The McDonald's fries were tough, and that is just not to me how a fry should be. So I had to put McDonald's at 8 for that reason, and because there was just no seasoning on them. I know that a lot of you probably really love the McDonald's fry, and I understand the McDonald's fry to be a classic fry, you know?
Yeah.
But it just wasn't doing it for me tonight. I think they did not come through. I think that this was not their A game.
Yeah, I do feel as though McDonald's fries are like less consistent than a lot of other places. And also, I do want to reiterate that even though I might be a little bit biased towards Wendy's,
Yeah.
I did enjoy those fries.
Yes.
Like I did thoroughly enjoy the taste of those fries.
Oh yeah, I think that they may have been just bumped up a couple of rankings because of your...
Maybe one ranking.
Okay.
Maybe.
You admitted this yourself, that
Yes.
it could be biased.
Yes.
I will say no more. I'm sure that you did your best to be fair.
Possibly. I may have put them above Popeyes out of principle alone. But that is neither here nor there. Please continue with your list.
Number 7 for me was the A&W.
Of course.
I did feel it was better than McDonald's tonight because there was some seasoning on it, but other than that, it was not much better. I did like the smoky flavor. I'd never really been to an A&W before, so I don't think I had an idea about what to expect, but I really wasn't impressed tonight.
Who eats at A&W?
I don't know, and I've just never been there. You know, it's not one of the first places that comes to mind.
Yeah, and we were there, and you were like, "Oh, look at these interesting menu options." No, that's not even A&W.
Yeah, it's Long John
that's
Silver.
Long John Silver.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I really don't know what they're bringing to the table other than root beer, but
Root beer's good. Root beer's good. But I was not impressed with their fries tonight. Number 6 for me was Wendy's.
okay.
I once I had the Wendy's fry, I knew that this was the slightly below average benchmark.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Not everybody can appreciate the deliciousness of Wendy's fries, but
Hey, I was just judging what they brought to the table tonight.
kidding.
I thought it was bland.
I'm kidding.
I thought it was
they
a little
definitely
bland.
did not bring their A game tonight.
And what it was smaller than, which is a huge factor for me.
Mm-hmm.
They're smaller than the Burger King fry, which I put at a 5.
Okay.
And the reason for that is because I honestly think McDonald's, Wendy's, and Burger King, and A&W to be honest, but A&W had like a little bit of seasoning. All 4 of those fries are just like bland, like pretty basic fries.
Yes.
And to me, there's not that much difference between Wendy's and McDonald's, typically. I know that some people have their takes and stuff, but like, to me, it's just like, this is just a basic fry. I happen to prefer Wendy's a little more because, like, I don't know, I think they're just like I like the texture a little more, and they usually have like a little more skin on them.
Yeah, I like the skin a whole lot.
Yeah. And then I just like could not get with the McDonald's fry tonight. But I like the Burger King more out of all these basic fries because they're bigger. And I just like that,
Hey,
you know?
you heard it here on the Moonflower Show. Size matters.
I'm a size queen when it comes to fries. You heard it here. So Burger King was number 5. We have KFC at number 4.
That's a hot take.
Yes, it is. And you know, it's because I prefer flavor over these relatively bland fries. I liked the chicken flavor. I liked the texture. I liked the size of it. I liked that it was a little battered. And I was honestly pretty impressed. I wasn't like wowed.
Yeah.
But I was pleasantly surprised with KFC. I thought they did a much better job than I was expecting, especially after there not being any lights on
Yeah.
the drive-thru.
See, what fell short for KFC for me was like, it did have that hint of chicken.
Yeah.
But like, I felt like that was all that it had. And other than that, it was a pretty subpar fry and like not much of like a good potatoy taste. Other than the chicken flavor. So I feel like it was like all it was all on the surface. All the quality was on the surface and there was no substance to it.
I hear you. Number 3 for me was Arby's.
Yeah.
I thought this was I think you also had Arby's at 3.
I had a 2.
Yeah. Arby's, I knew it was going to be a curly fry, you know? Mm-hmm. But I think I didn't know how much I was going to appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I like the flavor. As we can see, I think from my rankings show that I like flavorful fries and fries that are a little like bulkier.
Yeah. Arby's was both of those.
Arby's was both of those, and I thought it's just a good curly fry, you know?
Yeah.
Classic. I think if we had some other curly fries here tonight, it might not be so easy for it to be at number 3.
The
But
paprika and stuff really did it. Like,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
very good.
number 2 for me was Popeyes. Yeah.
Wow.
That really blew me away. Yeah. I just, there was the seasoning, and honestly, I'd be lying if the like quantity for the price
Yeah.
did not play a factor in this. It was a good amount of fries, and I'm pretty sure it was like $1.09,
Yeah, there was quite a lot of fries in there.
and they were flavorful.
I am starting to see why Popeyes is
Poppin'.
as packed as it is.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And for me, of course, number 1 was Five Guys.
Yeah. Five Guys is kind of the champion
It's
fries.
the standard. It's the standard. Yeah.
Out of really, like, I don't know, any place that I've really ever been to.
Yeah.
Five Guys is hard to beat.
It definitely is.
And there was just this nice guy with this, like, really cool hair. He dumped a bunch of fries into my paper bag. And we shared a milkshake.
Yeah. It definitely was a really wonderful experience, as is typical
Yeah.
at Five Guys.
Okay, so those were our individual lists. I think we're going to pause again here and compile a collaborative list using the averages of our individual list, which will in turn create Tom's list, the official Moonflower Show list.
Yes.
And there you will have our official verdict on the best to worst fries.
Indeed. So stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back. We are back, and we are ready to give you our official Tom's Gnurfs.
Yeah. The global national ranking of French fries.
The global national
System.
French fry ranking system. Not racking system.
Of the official Moonflower Show officially.
The official Moonflower Show global national French fry ranking system. Tom's Gnurfs. It's so stupid.
It is really stupid, but so is this whole episode.
Yes.
And we're embracing it.
So what we did to get this final list was we added my and Colin's rankings together for each place that we got fries from. So for Five Guys, because we both ranked it as number 1,
Wait.
it was...
I mean,
Oops.
I guess that's a spoiler, but it's not really a spoiler because we both put it as number
Yeah,
1.
right.
So
we
Five
I
Guys
think this is the least spoilery way
Yeah,
to
yeah.
explain. So it's 1 + 1, so that's 2. And then we ranked it as the lowest total to the highest total, giving us our final list, if that makes sense.
Yep.
If that's confusing, let us know in the comments. Or send us an email if you're on Spotify or something.
Yeah, please send us an email about our French fry ranking list.
Yes, send us a little memo.
So once again, we'll go from the bottom up.
Okay, so coming in hot at number 9, or dare I say cold, Sonic the Broccoli Machine.
I think what surprised me most out of anything tonight was how bad the Sonic fries were.
Yeah, I really didn't think that a French fry could be that bad. I told Colin when we weren't recording, I said, wow, eating that made me feel bad for the girl who brought it out to our car.
Yeah, because Sonic has this whole setup where it's like they bring your food out to your car,
and
like
it's so
some sort
nice.
of bougie, like
Yeah.
I don't know, just like service.
And like she must know, like she must have known, like walking out to us in that like cold weather, all hunched over, like here's your fries, like oh thank you, like she must have known.
And it's like we had to go around all these places and order like a single small fry, right? And usually you go through the drive-through, maybe it's a little like the person's like, all right, you're coming to the drive-through for a small fry, but it's like it's not too inconvenient because all they have to do is stick their hand out the window and hand you the bag. This person had to walk out to our car, give us a single little bag of small fries, and they were the worst fries we've ever eaten. And we gave them like $1.
Yeah.
It was, and we had to drive the furthest distance to get to this place too, out of any of the other places.
Wow.
Like it was a 20-minute like round trip.
I almost like feel compelled to like go back and like give that girl a bigger tip. Because that was just so ridiculous and the fries were so bad. Like, I guess it's weird that the fries were bad and I, like, want to give a bigger tip.
I mean, but that's not
I guess
her
that's kind of
fault.
counterintuitive. Yeah, I know it's not her fault. And, like, I feel like she must have known. She must have been like, oh, these poor lads, like, about to, like, I get this one fry, you know. I don't know.
Anyway, that Sonic was pretty bad. And it was the worst on our official list.
Yes. And then coming in cold at number 8, A&W.
A&W, once again, it was just really nothing special about them.
Yeah.
Not much to say. A&W is just like a pretty lackluster establishment, it seems.
Yes. Yep, I would agree with that. We have blandly tied at number 6, Burger King. Well, they are tied for 6 and 7, Burger King and McDonald's. And do you want to explain why we feel this is a true tie?
Well, yes, because we had both ranked them in opposite places and by the same sort of distance away from each other. So my McDonald's was 3 spots above my Burger King ranking, and Winters was the opposite. Their Burger King ranking was 3 spots above their McDonald's ranking. So they truly tied in our minds,
Yes.
in our
Collective
opinions.
Yes, collective opinion.
And wow, that's going to be a low ranking for some of those because those are popular places for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Especially more popular than a couple of these other places.
Yeah. Well, I think it's, I know Burger King is probably more popular than a couple of these places. McDonald's is probably more popular than a couple of these places. But the fact that, like, I like Burger King way more than McDonald's and you like McDonald's way more than Burger King, like, has caused this ranking.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So consider this a balanced perspective.
Indeed. And then number 5, KFC.
Yeah.
Kind of having a strong showing tonight.
Yeah.
It was stronger than we certainly expected going into this.
Yes.
KFC. We did enjoy their fries. I was a first-time KFC fry trier tonight, and I believe you were as well.
Yes, me too. I was.
And yeah, pleasantly surprised. Number 4, Wendy's. And I know that this has been a point of contention, much like our opinions on Taco Bell. But I think this might have been the one with the most disparity between our lists.
Yeah.
The Wendy's placement. Because I had it at, what did I have it at, 3?
Yeah, well, I had it at 6.
At 6? Okay, so it was...
I really thought that the Wendy's was just about an average fry, but slightly below average,
I thought it was like above average.
Yeah, I know.
But, it's
a solid 4 here.
A solid 4?
Yeah.
And then we're getting into the good ones. Popeyes at number 3. Again, another surprise heavy hitter.
Yeah. I think I want to go back to Popeyes.
Wow. Now that's saying something.
Yeah.
Because it is hella busy all the
Coming
time.
from somebody who would drive down that road before and just get so upset at all the people going to Popeyes.
Yeah, I think I said something like people love their shitty chicken restaurants.
Yeah, yep. But I think my mind has been changed tonight.
Yeah, and maybe we'll be trying some of their other food. And then maybe we will either be impressed or maybe deterred.
Well, I like the fries.
Yeah, remains to be seen. And the value. There's something to be said about the price for how many fries you get.
I think that was the cheapest fry that we got today.
Wow.
And it was also one of the largest servings.
Mm-hmm. And apparently, according to the rankings, one of the best tasting.
Yeah.
Well done, Popeyes.
At 2, we have Arby's.
Arby's. Honestly, I could eat. Not right now because I'm I'm pretty full right now, but I want to go back and eat more Arby's fries at some point.
It was a classic, just curly fry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And once again, the paprika and the seasoning was really good. I was gonna mention before that sometimes Winter and I will make our own oven roasted potato wedge fries.
Yeah.
We kill that shit with paprika.
Yes.
And salt and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think the Arby's fries had the most resemblance to those.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And I don't know, I just enjoyed them, and they were nice and chunky and good texture.
Yes.
All around a great fry.
Agreed. And then, of course, at number 1, we have Five Guys.
We have sung the praises of Five Guys many times tonight, and yeah, they're some of the best fries around. Very good.
Yes.
And also, they give you a large quantity. A little more on the expensive side, but
you get a good amount of fries.
Even with the small fries, you get a lot more than another place's small fries would give you.
And it's a good quality potato that they use for sure.
Yeah.
In the peanut oil, and those ones are vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Although I never knew, if you have a peanut allergy, can you eat the peanut oil French fries?
I don't believe you can.
Huh. Oh, shame.
Yeah.
But I always wondered that, because there's no there's signs in Five Guys that are hey, we cook our fries in peanut oil, but it's it's an advertisement 100% peanut oil. It's not be careful if you have a peanut allergy, don't eat here. I never see any signs like that for Five Guys.
I think I saw something at the cash register that said, "Please tell us if you have a peanut allergy." You know.
I think they might have not always had that.
Yeah.
It's good that they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're damn delicious.
Yeah, so if you have a peanut allergy, don't go to Five Guys.
Go to Arby's.
Yeah, go to Arby's
Next
or
best
Popeyes.
thing.
Yeah. You know what surprises me about this list? Is not even the discrepancy between Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's, because I think those are 3 just typical fries, you know? I would expect them to be very close together, which they are, and I'm not even surprised that there's a tie in there.
Yeah.
You know? What confuses me and what I'm surprised at is that KFC is just wedged in there at number 5.
Yeah, I would have definitely expected KFC to be below average.
Yeah. Yeah. That I think is what is really surprising to me.
Once again, the biggest shocker for me was that Sonic fries
Oh man.
I mean, I sound like a broken record at this point, but you guys didn't put them in your mouth. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was real bad.
I didn't want to put a second one in my mouth, and I only did it because I needed to identify what was wrong.
It was a diagnostic French fry. Oh man. Well, I think that's all we have for tonight.
Yeah. I hope you've had fun listening to this. It's been a lot of fun making it.
This has been a wild and wacky journey tonight. And like we had this idea for this episode like a while ago.
Yeah.
We were always kind of like, hey, if we run out of like other ideas to like make episodes about, we'll do this.
Yeah.
But like then we were kind of just going over the topics that we had like written down on like a backlog of ideas, and we are like, hey, let's revisit this idea. Kind of sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes.
And we just did it, and I had a ton of fun.
Yeah. I had fun too.
On a little drive around, even though it took a long time. It was very fun. We had like some nice conversations too.
Yeah, and that's what the Moonflower Show is all about.
Yeah.
So I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, or a wonderful sleep, or evening, or whatever is in front of you right now. Enjoy it and face it with hopefully some relaxation and good vibes going in.
And good fries going in your
Good
mouth.
vibes and good fries.
Yeah.
See you next time. Bye.